What's up, horror fam? How y'all doing today, boy?
Hello.
Yeah, boy.
What up, everybody?
Yeah.
Come on, everybody.
Artsy beating everybody. Oh my God, F Wood showed up at the start of the stream.
Oh my God.
Well, I'm shook.
Artsy and F Wood are here.
I know this is weird. Is it like opposites day?
No, Artsy's been really great about being here on time lately. F Wood though.
Yeah, F Wood. He's all over the place. Man.
What's up, D-Gen? What's up, Gory Tiger?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Brian Perry.
What's going on, folks? Yeah, F Wood over there putting in the hours at the Piggly Wiggly, baby.
Feel you, man.
We love it.
I get it. That's why I wasn't here Monday. My work ran late.
Yeah, Anna was too busy. Too busy to hang.
I had too much work. I was like, I can't. I'll never finish my work on time. Yep.
So today,
What up, Ryan?
Yeah, what up, Ryan? AMP. Oh man,
Ryan, I want to see you use your new members only emojis.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've gotten to do that yet, but they're so fun. You should get in on that.
They really are. Dude, so today,
F Wood says he works at the A&P.
we're going to be talking about Hellraiser. Like and dislike. Now, this was a fun one we did with the Friday the 13th franchise earlier. So what we do is we run through the entirety of the franchise.
I know, perfect choice for today, Ryan. Thank you.
Yeah. So we run through the entirety of the franchise, and we're going to name one thing we like and dislike about each film.
That's right. Hi, JK. Look at D-Gen dropping bad news in here.
Oh my God. JK, what's up, bro? F Wood dislike everything after they went to space.
Almost.
Oh, very close. That's a good one to stop on, because that's when you encounter a huge hump.
Huge. A hump that's longer than than the previous climb. How you doing today, JK?
I really hope that
George?
is not true, D-Gen, but DOD messaged the same thing.
Dude, all I can say is sellouts.
They bought it from Twisted Pictures.
Sellouts. You would have to pry that franchise from my cold, dead hands.
No shit, man. Could you imagine New Line Cinema selling?
And my next of kin would have strict instructions that they weren't allowed to sell, especially to Blumhouse.
Right? That's horrible, man. Like, out of all the people that franchise could have went to. But Blumhouse is going to be all over that shit. You know, they're all over.
Which is weird because aren't they currently making Saw movies?
Yeah. Yeah, Saw 11 was supposed to be out this year, and they had to delay it
until it was sold to Blumhouse.
Apparently, right? Hey, you buy it and you get a completed movie to kick off your, It's
gross.
It is.
It's gross.
That's very good. Man, what a hell of a catalog. Imagine buying a catalog like that, man.
Now, Artsy says it got canceled completely.
God. That sucks, man.
F Wood only liked the first one anyways. The first one is by far, significantly my favorite.
Not mine. I mean, I love it.
But
it's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
But not like I think they're all great. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not all of them, but a lot of them. That's a very strong franchise. They didn't start like the only one that just flat out shit the bed, was absolutely horrible, was Spiral. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that one was really bad. Really bad.
Yeah, Spiral was terrible, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, out of all the companies that they could have gotten picked up by, man, Blumhouse is exactly where they didn't need to go.
Yeah.
Jigsaw's just going to talk in memes now. So.
Oh, JK is stressed out. His family's coming.
Oh, geez.
Too much to do. He's got to clean the house, dude. Right?
Yeah, right, man. What's up, Pinhead?
I feel ya.
Yeah, man, that shit's lame, dude.
But so much of that is pressure we put on ourselves, right? Like they're there to see you, not to check on whether or not you've been a good housekeeper.
Yeah.
So just remind yourself of that over and over and over again. They're coming because they want to see me. They're coming because they want to see me. It has nothing to do with how great your house looks.
Yeah, right. Yeah, F Wood's right, buddy. They, you know. He doesn't clean crap.
Right? I have a feeling JK's house is already cleaner than like ours, for instance.
Hell, probably.
It's all in his head. Hi, Pinhead.
What's up, Pinhead? Pinhead, man, this is a topic that's going to get hit home for you today, man. We're going over the Hellraiser series, and we're going to do the like/dislike.
Yeah.
Where we talk about each film and name one thing we do like and one thing we don't about each entry. So,
yeah.
Now, this will be a tag team effort unless you want to insert your own. But I'd say we're probably pretty
close. I'll jump in when I feel like I need to jump in.
Yeah.
You know?
So, yeah, first one we'll start with, of course, is the original Hellraiser. So, now this one, the one thing I like about it is that it is the introduction of a whole new franchise. It's beautifully written, and it gives us horror icons. We got new faces in the world of horror. One thing I don't like is Julia's dated ass appearance, dog, and she's supposed to be going out there and seducing people. It's like, dude,
I
that's...
have to remind him when we watch it that she was like at the height of like chicness for the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I'm like, man, there's no way that shit would work on me. Like, this ain't the look. You know what I'm saying?
That's okay. She wasn't picking up people like you anyways.
That's true.
You know what I mean? She
That's
was
true.
in bars, like picking up, like hotel bars, picking up, you know,
Businessmen.
guys who were, you know,
Should have been like a YouTuber.
there for the
Ugh.
day. You know what I mean? And also, like I mentioned the other day, like definitely like below her league too.
Yeah.
So easy prey, right? Like lonely travelers who are less attractive than she is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Neither of those things are you.
Nobody. Jet Slow.
What up,
Welcome
Jet Slow?
to the stream, baby. And we are going to talk later about Final Destination's Bloodlines. We did see that.
Yeah.
Very good movie.
It's funny. The one thing I dislike about the first movie, and it's really just kind of as I've gotten older, maybe. And the funny thing is I understand it completely and still don't like it, is how much Kirsty screams. It's so much. She won't stop. And I totally, and it's like, they're like my logical side of the brain is like, well, of course I would be screaming until I couldn't scream anymore because this is all horrific.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. It's like that repetitive sound. You know.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So that repetitive sound thing is difficult for me. And I just get like,
Dude.
please stop screaming.
F. Wood thinks it shows the true nature of a lot of women. She'd rather have an undead slime monster she has to kill for instead of her square husband. I felt so bad for Larry.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for poor Larry, dude.
I'm like deeply offended by that for all women, but yeah. I think it's the nature of like whatever is wrong with her that happens to be wrong with a lot of people. And maybe it's just like the fact that
But it's an undead slime monster, dude.
I know, but you know what? I have a lot of like men in my life as brothers, cousins, friends, whatever, and y'all ain't any different. I'm not the shit I have to put up with that the men I love put up with. Like it's like off the charts.
Oh shit.
But you know what I mean? I think it's a human condition. Like when you're a little effed up, like the stuff that you would prefer. That is so effed up, right?
Ryan, man, he just disliked. Julia's a bitch, dude. Like oh my god.
I think you're supposed to, right? I think like.
Oh, she's good at being totally hateable.
It's such a good lead in for the second film of where she's the bigger villain, right? Like, and there's absolutely, like, if you're paying attention, that's true in the first film too, because Frank is who Frank is, and Julia pretends to be somebody she's not.
Yeah.
Right. And that's like a next level villainy, you know?
Yeah.
It's like she's pretending to be something she ain't. Villain.
Carrie, stick around. You're gonna enjoy our takes on some of these, because we just binged the entire Hellraiser franchise, so it should get.
I like Artsy's comment.
Ryan kind of looked like Steven when his beard was longer. Yeah. You know how it is, man. There's because we're total alpha males, Artsy. That's, you know.
Yeah.
This is the perfect aesthetic facial structure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Jet Slow. Her scream is like nails on a chalkboard.
And you are very welcome, Carrie Louise. You're very welcome, man. That Screamboat interview was fun. Did you like it?
Dude, so fun. It was so fun. Don't worry, Brian Perry. Just because he likes the remake, it doesn't mean he doesn't like the original.
Yeah.
Steven likes the originals of a lot of movies and then also likes the remakes.
Yeah. All right, Hellbound Hellraiser 2. I like this movie a lot as well. I like the original, and I think the second one is a great follow-up to it. Mm-hmm. But one thing that I really like about it is Chatterer. When he gets killed, it's revealed that he was just a kid, in his human form. So I've always wondered what the hell his little mean ass did.
Right? What could he have become a Cenobite done?
So...
Do you imagine that he's like one of those kids who was torturing animals and stuff like that?
Yeah, something like that. I mean? Something like that. Like
it has to be something like that.
Man, so I will say though that the one thing that was bad about it is the claymation, man. I've never been a fan of claymation. I just haven't. But the claymation in this one was rough, and it was kind of weird, like the shit they decided to claymate.
Yeah.
Like just the design wasn't good.
I was going to say, like, that's literally the only thing I don't like about the second movie is I don't like the doctor's, like, creature design, I guess you can say, when he becomes a Cenobite. I don't like the, like, worm in his head that's moving him around. And the wormy things coming out of his, like, I don't know how they went so far wrong with that. Like, it's so bizarre. I think the reason, and then that just gets worse as the movies go. I think the reason the original Cenobites work as well as they do is because of how simple they kept their design. That the focus was on one or two things that are very, grotesque about them, right? This is like they just went overboard, like, and to the point where it looks ridiculous, and therefore it's hard to take him seriously as like the villain. Secondary to that is that there's no real explanation as to why he gets to come in and, I'm putting it in bunny ears, like kill the other Cenobites. There's no real explanation for that.
Yeah.
And I don't like lack of explanation for anything.
I do love his quote, though, when he comes in. Because, like Pinhead has epic ass quotes.
Yeah.
And then Chenard comes in after he's a Cenobite. And he's like, to think I hesitated. It's like, oh, that's so badass, I love that dude.
Too. We've used it before. Oh,
damn! Yeah! Nobody gifted 5 Talk Horror memberships. John, welcome to the Horror Fan, bro. Welcome to Primetime, baby.
Hey, John's not in here today.
Fuketh is back. I know, right? Oh,
John
my
is
God.
usually here, but not Dunwich Manor.
My
gosh, some oldies but goodies get to get to hang out with
Right?
us this coming Friday.
Hey, John is in here, man.
Hey, John.
Manny's Manic Media. Damn,
Fun.
dude. We got a lot of prime timers in here, and Harlan Epstein. Woo!
I don't know if I recognize Harlan.
I don't recognize
Epstein.
Harlan
That's
Epstein.
cool,
but
though.
damn, man.
We'll
Welcome
get
to
to know
prime
someone
time,
new,
baby.
hopefully.
Yeah. Yay. Thank you, nobody.
Yeah,
Jet Slow's a
John.
badass, dude.
That's awesome.
Right?
Thank you, Brian Perry. But I thank you for that explanation, Pinhead, that he's supposed to be in a constant state of getting lobotomized. I think they could have done a visual that worked better for that. Or that even, like, you didn't have to know it from knowing something else, right?
Yeah.
Like, I am sure you know that for a reason, Pinhead. You don't know it from watching the movie.
Yeah, so that does suck. It does suck.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right.
So, unless you're, well, I mean, you might.
All right.
You're smart.
Thank you, Brian Perry, the most attractive horror YouTuber in existence, if I do say so myself. And all these other little pipsqueaks, you know. I'll come on here, man. I'll run shit. Don't worry, guys. I got the horror fandom for you. Don't worry.
Yep.
Now, mentioning that, though, I do want to say that next Friday is Friday the 13th. Having a special stream. Sign up for the newsletter. That is the only way you will be invited. You have to be signed up for the Talk Horror newsletter. That's where we're going to send the link out to join the stream.
There you go.
Come watch it. Link is going to be in the chat here in just a moment. Make sure you sign up for that bad boy.
Join us.
Join us. Yes. And also, we offer up things where you can participate in as well. You know, we always send out a question to cap each newsletter, and we include the responses.
Yeah, and like Artsy says, it's fun and free.
It is free. It is totally free.
We don't ask anything from you in the newsletter.
No.
As a matter of fact, we give you things
That's
like
right.
what
Exclusive
JK
streams.
has to say.
That is true. That is true.
I mean, that's what we all really want.
Yeah. What up, Michael Richardson? Been a while, bruh. All right, now,
Garbage day.
on to Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. Now, I know Anna wasn't a big fan of this one. I am. Just because I watched this one when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I still like it, so I'm not, you know, but it does have some nostalgia for me. But I like how action packed it is. You get lots of new Cenobites, and Motorhead did the theme song for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
And the Cenobites are fun. Like,
Yeah.
I remember like thinking that shit was so badass when I was a kid. However, I will say that the one dislike I have for it is that the core 4 is gone. No more Deep Throat or the female Cenobite if you want to go by the, you know.
Deep Throat.
Come on now. If you want to go by the Puritan name for the female Cenobite. And Chatterer is gone. Butterball is gone. Pinhead is the only one left.
Yeah.
From the original 4, and he kind of becomes like the unquestionable leader. Like they turned him into like a Freddy Krueger type character by Hellraiser 3, which it's clear to see where they were going.
Yeah.
With this one, like they wanted a front runner for the series, but it's like, man, but you're going to incorporate new Cenobites. Like, give us that core 4, bring them into as a novelty, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's one thing I'll say. Like,
the thing I like most about this movie is different than what Steven likes most about this movie. I like that you get some of Pinhead's backstory.
I like that too.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing about this movie, for sure.
Yeah, I like that a lot too.
Yeah, the like action-packed mega Cenobite. That's actually what I dislike about this movie. I think it's such... Now, to be fair, and to, I guess, to explain myself fully, I didn't see this movie until recently, until like as an adult.
Yeah.
Right. So I imagine if I had seen this movie when it came out, and like a lot what happens with a lot of us when we're young and these movies are coming out, like I would have caught this one first, right? Like I would have been right at the age where this was the first one I had ever seen. And if that had been the case, I could see that this would be fun and enjoyable and all of that. Like I can see all that. I recognize all that. I just can't feel any of that. So for me, it was like such a vibe change, you know what I mean? Like
oh, it's so definitely a switch up,
radically different. That
I feel like Hellraiser 3 is the first one where they got like a serious budget. At least it looks it.
Yeah, but it also like I really yes, and I think they used it in a very strange way, right? Because somebody brought up earlier how gross the Frank monster is as he's coming back to life and stuff. And that's basically happening to Pinhead in this movie while he's trapped in that statue.
Yeah.
And there's nothing gross about it. He's just like a head.
Yeah.
And then bodies kind of disappear into him with maybe a splash of blood or whatever. And it's like, why didn't we get to watch Pinhead regrow with some like really badass effects because they had a lot of budget? Like it gives like a very short, very small nod to how dark the original movies are. And then it's just like, okay, that's it. We're moving on. And then it's all action packed and silly.
Yeah.
The vibe change was like too massive for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you on that. Next up is everybody. This is the fan favorite sequel right here, buddy. I can hear Pinhead over there. He's getting amped just anticipating the Hellraiser 4 Bloodline discussion, man. I can tell.
Yeah.
So this one is different. This one, you know, after Hellraiser 3, that's super action packed. It's clear they like put some money into it. They're trying to turn him into like a Freddy Krueger character. This one like dials it back. Like this one's kind of like a return to form in some way.
Yeah.
But it's clear like cheap as hell.
Yeah. It does the one thing I think it does carry from 3 is the first time you see Pinhead take this kind of like Antichrist stance. You know what I mean? Where he makes a lot of self-reference that are like Jesus quotes and stuff. That starts in 3. And then like 4 does carry that forward where, you know, instead of being this like tool of Leviathan.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's some kind of like Prince of Hell or something.
Yeah. So Hellraiser 4, you get a prequel, you get like present time, and you get future. Which I guess the future is the present in the setting of the film, and then
he's telling the story.
There's 2 past stories. It's
Anyways.
weird. It's weird. But I do like the prequel aspect. I like it goes into like the creation of the puzzle box, the lament configuration, and I like Le Marchand's backstory. I like all of that. Who is the toy maker.
Yeah.
The thing I dislike about it is that it was all over the place. We get the present, the future, and it should have just stayed in France. It should have stayed on that backstory, just sucked it up, identified as a prequel, and that's all we got.
Yeah, it's funny. Steven has recently, if not learned, then been reminded of the fact that my brain holds on to stuff that it likes and kind of where like stories and media are concerned, right? Like I'll remember the good parts of a show and kind of just file away the bad parts. And I did the exact same with this movie. I remembered seeing a Hellraiser prequel. That's all I remembered. I had completely forgotten about all the other stuff. I was like, oh yeah, that's the prequel, right? That takes place in like France. Like, I remember that.
Surprise, very little of it does.
Yeah, so agreed. But that's the best thing about that movie.
It's weird that Hellraiser 3, and it may just be a nerd thing, I don't know, But Hellraiser 3 gives us a little bit of like insight into Pinhead's backstory, and I wanted that so bad. I've always wanted that.
Yeah.
Then Hellraiser 4 gives us a little peepski patata into the creation of the puzzle, and I'm like, I want that shit. Like, give me that.
Yeah.
Don't give me Pinhead in space, dude. That has never worked.
Yeah. The interesting thing is we went back and we looked at the release date and we were like, this would have been the first of the
Like in space kind of around.
space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, Pinhead beat everyone else to space.
and it's kind of one of those things too. It's like it had potential. I wish we could have seen. There was a lot of studio meddling. I wish we could have seen the original vision, but also there's nothing about this movie that really like. It's like. So maybe we would have got some more stuff. Would that have even made the difference? Hell, maybe the studio made it better. Like, wait, what the fuck are you doing? This sucks. We got to do something. You don't know. So it's one of those things that like you can look through it and kind of speculate and theorize that it would have been much blah, 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 but you'll never know. I do know what we got.
I know
wasn't good.
The one thing that makes me lean towards possibly what was originally written would have been better is the fact that Clive Barker helped write the original script and claims that he thought it was better than the first movie's script. Like he thinks that script, whatever it was originally, was better than any other Hellraiser script.
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
Yeah, and they cut it. What? I don't know. Like and bonus dislike for this one was that stupid ass little kid in the present time who just walks around looking like a duck
with his mouth open,
the whole movie. Like he looked like he like
a bonus dislike for this movie.
It's like, number one, I want to know whose kid that produced, like which producer did that fucking kid belong to? And number two, why does it look like they woke him up before they filmed every scene with him? Like he just looks confused as hell to be there the whole movie.
Wake up, Charlie. We have a scene to film. Yeah. F. Wood actually makes an interesting observation. Where's the backstory for the Vagrant?
I'd love that too.
Right? And would have like fit perfectly into a backstory of the box. Because you kind of get this vibe. It's not a vibe. You know that the Vagrant isn't human, right? At the end of the first movie, they show you the Vagrant isn't human.
Yeah, so the Vagrant, for those of you who don't remember, it's like this homeless dude who's
or at least
like,
is no longer human, right?
Who's like just running. He's just a creepy homeless dude, kind of. And he shows up in Kirsty's pet store and eats crickets. By the handful.
Yeah.
And then by the end, like he makes another appearance. And then in the second one, I can't remember if it was the second or third one, he turns into like a full-on entity, like a demon.
I thought it was the end of the first movie, but I could be totally. It might be the second.
Oh, was it in
the house like burns down or... And he walks into the like rubble and picks up the box.
Oh, that's right.
Picks up the box, turns into... like a demon, a skeletal demon, and then flies away with the box, right? So you get that his job is to pass the box on over and over and over. At the end of the first movie, Ryan says so. There you go. What's your pleasure?
Wasn't there another one though where he turns into like a winged demon creature, or am I misremember? Like,
I think it's the first movie.
Okay, that's just happened in the first one.
I see. If it happens again, I don't remember. But I know
because there was so much that I like latched onto with that guy, and they like recast him in different ones and it looked weird, and then they'd kind of like pseudo bring him back for ones, and it's like, well, this is like an updated version of like a crazy Ralph character. Well, it's like JK says he sells the statue to JD in the third one. He shows up in he even shows up in like Hellraiser.
He shows up in Deader.
Yeah, and he shows up in Revelations.
Does he show up in Revelations?
He's like, the box has always been yours. Like when he gives it to that kid.
Yeah. See?
So, man, it's just kind of all over the place with that one, man. Like,
man, they did some searching for us and discovered that the leprechaun made it to space first.
Yeah.
Hysterical. Thanks for checking on that, guys. That's so funny.
I thought he did. Interesting ass time in horror. But next is Hellraiser 5 Inferno. This is this one mostly follows like a detective, and that's pretty much it. He's like a piece of shit detective, and like that's the
Dirty
thing I
cop,
like about
yep.
it. This was hard. This is when it starts getting really hard to find something you like about each movie.
Yeah.
So the main character's a total piece of shit detective who screws his partner over, which gets you emotionally involved because you like the partner. Like the partner's a nice dude.
Yeah.
So I guess that's one thing they did right. So I like that they were able to evoke that emotion out of me. The thing I hate...
Everything.
Everything else. This was hard to name like one thing, so I kind of named two.
Okay, cool.
This kicks off the whole, this could be hallucinations the whole time.
Yeah.
And then there's like some weird ass cowboy assassins. Who come in and like serve up a beatdown on this just at a random point in the movie. Like, and just random cowboy like assassins.
So like that whole like 20 minutes of the movie doesn't make any sense to me. No matter how, like, he goes to, I don't know, a bar, a clubhouse, I don't know what you want to call it. It's just a bunch of cowboys playing poker. What?
Right.
What?
Right.
Then he runs out and does. He gets beat up by what? Cowboy ninjas.
Yeah.
What?
Cowboy ninjas, man.
What?
But more importantly, my friends, this kicks off the trend where there's just so many hallucinations and dream sequences, and this is the beginning of the impending shitstorm.
Yeah.
That this franchise is about to throw in our laps, because next we get Hellraiser Hellseeker. Jesus God. The one thing I liked about this is Ashley Lawrence returns to the franchise.
For like a minute.
For like a solid minute there. I mean, we love her. Ashley Lawrence, of course, plays Kirsty. Fucking thing I hate about it is that this is the one where they fully embrace is it all a dream or were they all dead the whole time plot.
They go full, he was dead the whole time.
He was dead the whole damn time.
Spoiler alert, he was dead the whole time.
The whole movie. So none of it mattered. Anything that was happening, that's one thing I hate about dream sequences and hallucinations. Yeah. A lot of your like lesser talented filmmakers will use those to evoke emotion out of you by doing things to these characters with no stake in it whatsoever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they can do anything to these characters and then not have to pay the penalty of, well, you actually just fucking killed your character.
Yeah. That, and
so
again,
I hate those.
I feel like, making the same argument I did with 3 is, man, this is a Hellraiser movie. Now, I get a lot of people are saying, like, these are a lot of scripts that weren't originally Hellraiser.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go hard.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like, at the end of this movie, you discover this guy's been in hell the whole time. Really?
Right.
Really?
Right.
In Clive Barker's hell? No, he hasn't.
No,
he hasn't.
No.
Get out. He has not, in fact, been in Clive Barker's hell this whole time. Like, that's not what I just watched.
Yeah, nobody likes this movie. Look at this.
It's
like,
boring. It's boring.
It's so boring.
So
dude.
was Inferno. Boring. I'm with JK. Inferno was boring. Dude, so was Hellseeker.
Shit gets bad, man. Shit gets bad, guys. It only gets worse because then we go to Hellraiser Deader. Now, this one, okay. This one is...
Hi, Michael Perilac?
Perilac? Yeah, I think so. What's going on, brother? Welcome to the Horror Fam. You can never grow old. You can never die. You are now one of us. Welcome home, my friend. Glad to have you here, Michael.
And also, I agree with you.
Yeah. But look here. So Hellraiser Deader. Now, the one thing I like about this film is the concept of it. Mm-hmm. So it follows a news reporter who's been sent on this case where these cultists, I guess you would call them.
Yeah, absolutely.
They have figured out a way to die or be murdered, murder each other, sacrifice each other, and then come back.
Yeah.
So this is kind of playing around in like Pinhead's dominion.
Right.
Like these people,
Pisses him off.
you know, so it pisses him off. So I do like this concept of this movie. I like the concept.
30-second concept, right?
The 30-second concept. What I fucking hate about it was that the Deader cult was not the main focus of the film. So you don't get anything other than that. Other than the concept.
That's all you know about them the whole movie.
That you have to be with the reporter the whole movie where she's having hallucinations and dream sequences and shit.
Over and over and over again.
Over and over
you
again.
See
and
her,
that's
like this her same nightmare like 20 times.
Yeah. That is the meat of the movie. When they had a cool concept, I think. It's like, well, this could have been worked into some Hellraiser lore here. This could have been a legitimate sequel. But instead, it's on par. I mean, I'm telling y'all right now.
Well, and their attempt to wedge Hellraiser lore into the story is this cult leader who's able to bring people back from the dead says that he's a descendant of Le Marchand. He just says it at some point, right? Like it's a literally like dropped moment, right? That never goes anywhere. Still doesn't explain that that's why he's able to bring people back from the like. What does that have to do with anything?
Right.
That guy was human. He built a box he was commissioned to make. That's all we know about him.
Right. Like he's not fucking supernatural, dog. Like. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway, man, I'm telling y'all, once you get into these, once you get into like the middle four of the fucking series, dude, like once you get into Inferno, Hellseeker, Deader, Hellworld Territory, they're all the same movie in different settings. So next we'll move on to Hellworld. Now this is the one this is the setting. It's the same movie in a different setting. This is the one where it's like the internet Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Like it's a video game.
Yeah. Oh, JK spoke some quick truth.
What?
You do get to watch Pinhead just wreck that cult.
You do, man. He rolls through them, but man, once you get to Hellworld, this one follows a story of like now this one was being shot back to back with Hellraiser Deader. Like these were being shot at the same time.
Okay.
And
it's so bad.
They're both horrible, but look, so Hellworld, there's like a video game version of Hellraiser. These players have been invited to a party.
Yeah.
They attend the party and shit goes haywire. Now, the one thing I do like about it is Catherine Winnick, who you all may know as Lagatha from Vikings. A young Catherine Winnick is in it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you like the fact that Henry Cavill is in it.
Dude, I liked seeing them at the beginning of the movie, both of them.
Uh-huh.
And they're both people I consider decent actors. And they both shit the bed in this movie. Neither of them did a good job in that movie.
No, they didn't.
They didn't. So
Lance Henriksen is in it.
Yeah.
Which is cool. So like it's pretty much like the casting.
With the cast they had, it should have been a good movie.
Right. It was nice to see him. Catherine Winnick's pretty.
Yeah, she's great.
That's about it.
Yeah.
What I hated was the entire movie is essentially a hallucination.
The whole movie is
a
hallucination.
The whole movie didn't fucking happen.
None of it happened.
This is 4 movies in a row where hallucinations and what the fuck is real or not is a driving factor here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The whole movie was just, no, they were asleep.
See, and I think like that made it even more difficult for us because JK is saying he didn't mind this movie. We did these movies so back to back that some days we were finishing one and starting another. Like that's how quickly we did our like watch through just, 2 weeks ago. So having so many movies in a row where everything ended up being, oh, it's a hallucination, or oh no, that was a dream, or oh no, he was dead. Having this one be the whole movie was a hallucination was just like,
yeah,
we couldn't take it anymore. You know what I mean? It was like, oh my, she won't stop hallucinating. Like, why is she still Oh, it's because the whole thing was a hallucination.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
you find out at the end of the movie that they were drugged and put into coffins and buried.
yeah.
And everything that happened didn't.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just another one of those movies that just,
None of it happened.
Next up is Hellraiser Revelations. Now, the series took a little bit of a break after Hellworld. You know, it'd be a few years before we got Revelations. This is the one where people decided that the reason this was going to suck was because Doug Bradley didn't play Pinhead in it. And that actually is my dislike for this movie. There's multiple. But I'm telling you right now, Doug Bradley wasn't the fucking problem in the franchise. Who plays Pinhead
It's not the problem.
is not the problem leading up to this. But I will say the one thing I do like about Revelations, that I will give Revelations, is that someone sat down, and wrote an entry into the Hellraiser franchise.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
It
an
wasn't
actual Hellraiser film.
This wasn't an unrelated
Finally.
script that somebody purchased
No.
and then decided, well, we're going to put Pinhead in it.
Yeah.
This was a Hellraiser movie.
Yeah. Now, and I feel like I know, Pinhead, that you don't like this movie. I get that. But I feel like, as a huge fan of the franchise, if you just read the plot, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. You can tell me. I don't mind. But I feel like that maybe if you just read the plot, like this happens, this happens, this happens, that you would feel the same way. It's like, this is so much closer to an actual Hellraiser movie
Yeah.
than
Hellworld.
a
Dead
little
or
bit even of
Hellseeker.
3. Like, and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But,
And then literally everything that comes after that. Like, it is. Like,
yeah. Now I will say, now this isn't to, offer lip service to Hellraiser Revelation, because it does have.
I mean, it's super low budge. Like, I get that.
It's super low budget, but somehow looks more crisp than the last 4 movies leading up to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, the last 4 movies look like they were shot on video. I mean, at least this one looks like it was shot on a damn iPhone, at least. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, JK's saying he doesn't like the found footage aspect of it. There's very little found footage in it.
yeah.
There are like moments of it that you're watching what one of the young men filmed,
Yeah.
but there's not very much of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Revelations, I mean, it's like I'm saying, like, I could snag me, you, and Ryan Elkins, and we could go shoot this movie in the backyard today, probably. Still better than the past 4 damn movies in the franchise.
Well, I will say it felt like people who liked Hellraiser, and I mean the original, like, liked the original film, made this movie.
Yeah. Somebody tried. It wasn't a dream.
Yeah.
It wasn't a hallucination.
It was their dream. It was their dream to make a Hellraiser movie, and they did it.
What's up, Sammy Stokes?
Hi, Samuel.
Hey, man, and speaking of Hellraiser Judgment, now, this came out surprisingly in like 2018.
Yeah.
Didn't get any hype whatsoever. Nobody ever talks about this movie. And of course, the remake would come only 4 years later. So this movie didn't get a lot of room to breathe either.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But Hellraiser Judgment, this is a return to form.
Oh, for sure.
This is a good Hellraiser movie.
Yeah. Pinhead points out that these are both low budget. I think I would argue that the difference is that Revelation is that the one I'm talking about. Okay, Revelation was like a student film versus Judgment being an independent filmmaker.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? Like they're both low budget, but in like different categories of low budget.
This one follows detectives once again.
Yeah.
Who are trying to like unravel this mystery and this serial
Excuse me
killer.
1 second.
No, it's okay. I think he's got one of the little black.
He's got stuff off of my desk that it's about to go under the bookcase.
Oh, okay. So the thing about Hellraiser Judgment.
It's just a paste up. Like,
Oh,
about to go under the bookcase.
oh shit. Is Hellraiser Judgment. Thank you
Sorry
for that,
about that.
Sammy. Now this one follows detectives once again. They're hot on the trail of a serial killer. But holy shit, this one's good. And you get a lot of time with Pinhead again and the Cenobites. And I say that plural. You actually get some Cenobite action in there. You get some more lore. And what I like about it is they incorporated like a bureaucracy in this one and included angels in the mix.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that you get this idea because, Hellraiser sets you up for the fact that this certain population of hell are people who go looking for it, right?
Yeah.
And this introduces the concept or the idea that, like, there's this whole other subset where they go looking for you, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. It's such a good movie. It's such a good movie. The only thing I dislike about it, well, I won't say the only thing, but I'll say my main dislike about this movie is this would have been a great time to bring back the core four.
Yeah.
We should have had Chatterer. We should have had Butterball.
Deep Throat
and
at
Deep Throat.
minimum. Right? Because she's an active, like the thing about Chatterer and Butterball. Are that they, and I mean, it's part of their character design that they have nothing to say. So you never really know what they're up to, why they're up to it.
Yeah.
This Deep Throat, I feel like, and I've probably mentioned this before, is not only equally sinister, she's like slightly more sinister than Pinhead in the original two movies,
yeah.
right? And like, so it would have been really cool to see her back sidekicking with Pinhead again.
Yeah,
like that.
because, I mean, Pinhead falls for making deals with Kirsty like 3 times in, 3 movies. Every movie Kirsty's in, he makes like a deal with her, right?
Yeah.
Deep Throat, you can tell, man, she's out for blood.
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't give a shit.
She doesn't care. She doesn't want your deal. She's out for blood.
Yeah, so it would have been cool to have her back, man. So, now Hellraiser 2022, this is when we get into remake territory. Now, this one is different. They're not, it's kind of like its own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't, following Angela and Frank and Larry and Kirsty.
Yeah.
This one is like a
whole new
drug-addicted teenager or young woman.
Yeah.
Doing her own thing, man.
Yeah.
Now, what I really like about this one is they finally explain to us how Cenobites are created. We have never gotten that. Because we've always wondered, like me and you, when we were going through this franchise, we were like, how is Frank not a Cenobite? Like, we didn't understand, like, okay, but Chenard becomes a Cenobite.
Right, Chenard is a Cenobite, but Frank's not.
But Frank's not. And Julia's not.
Right.
And then, like, we kept going through, like, man, maybe they'll explain this at some point. They never do until the remake.
And then Pinhead in Hellraiser 3 is basically Oprah, and you get to be a Cenobite, and you get to be a Cenobite, and you're a Cenobite, and you're a Cenobite. Like,
yeah, like Pinhead. Yeah.
And I feel like the rest of the movies kind of follow suit, right? It's like anybody can be a Cenobite. I mean, it's just, this one finally takes you back to like, no. Yeah.
The thing that I dislike about Hellraiser 2022, other than, some of the punchable faces on the cast, is that while the Cenobite designs are different and cool, like I know especially you really like them.
Yeah.
They are different and cool, and you like how the skin, their own skin, makes up the designs. I still somehow feel like they managed to blend in.
Yeah.
So like no Cenobite really particularly stood out against the others. Like of course Pinhead did.
Yeah.
But
I think this Deep Throat does as well stand out. But not necessarily in a good way, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think what the newest one was lacking as far as the Cenobites go. We've talked about, the character design, the creature design. I think it should have been grosser.
Yeah.
You would have liked to have seen some black leather. Either way, I think the biggest problem they have is I think the actress who plays Pinhead did a fantastic job. You get way more interplay with her Deep Throat, right? Her like sidekick, Deep Throat. Gets more screen time than Pinhead does. And is less of an actress, right? So her line delivery does not, like I said, one of the things I love about the original Deep Throat is that she's even more sinister than Pinhead, right?
Yeah.
She's and she kind of almost whispers all of her lines, and it does it so well that they just, the chills go up. You know what I mean? This one you're not afraid of. Like her line delivery was just not
It's
there.
like, bro, you're a lapdog for somebody, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah, Pinhead, we love him too.
JK,
Absolutely.
I wasn't a fan. The Cenobites look like cosplayers. They seem to squeeze overly progressive politics into it, and I didn't find the main lead all that likable.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody found that lead very likable, but
Yeah, I think there's a couple of things going on with that, and it might just be the actress.
yeah.
I'm not saying I'm right.
Like,
It
why
might
the
just
fuck
be
was
her.
she sweaty like a damn rotisserie chicken the whole movie?
There's absolutely something going on with the directing of the film, right? Where they made her physically uncomfortable the whole movie. Her hair is in her face. They've got her wet like the whole movie. So she's physically Val Kilmer in Tombstone was wet the whole movie. And they talk about that like the whole time. And it made him so physically uncomfortable that became a part of his performance. And I think that was a problem for this young actress. Like, they made her wet and they put her hair in her face, like there are scenes where it's like literally like from the side in her face, and she's having to do these like intense lines, probably 20 times, with her hair in her face.
Yeah.
And so I think that is probably problematic at all. But I think there's also an aspect, she's not supposed to be likable.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's a redemption. Like, she's trying desperately to redeem herself the whole movie. And she can only redeem herself because she started out as a piece of shit. Right? Like, she is not likable. She is not a likable character.
Yeah.
She's garbage. Like, she sucks. And I think that's hard. Like, when somebody sucks so bad at the beginning of a movie, it's hard to get to a point where you like them.
Yeah.
I think the acting that needs to occur for that has to be stellar. And she wasn't there. And I don't, not because she's a terrible actress, but she's just not stellar, right? Like, you have to be so good to go from, God damn, I fucking hate this character, to, man, I really feel sorry for this character. Yeah. Like, we just finished watching the second season of Punisher today. And God damn, I hate Billy more than any. I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah.
And his death scene, where he's like crying and doesn't want to be alone, like, struck me just in the moment of not feeling, of just like, fuck, this actor's good, man. Because I was getting like, he shouldn't die alone. He absolutely should die alone.
Yeah.
But the acting was so good in that moment. I actually had a moment of I hope somebody shows up for him. Like, you know what I mean? And I had to check myself of like, nope, that's just good acting. Like, this guy is a piece of shit.
Sure. He's a piece of shit.
Deserves to die alone,
Mm-hmm.
It says, I guess ex-drug addicts are sweating all the time. Totally.
Right.
Like, that could be it.
Yeah. So Hellraiser 2022, interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, that's my take on all that.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, Samuel Stokes says the original Pinhead is so charismatic.
Yeah.
Yes. Right? Like, so charismatic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which, man,
Grassman,
what's up, Grassman?
showed up just for me to fucking hate somebody. Yeah.
Speaking of which, though, man, we watched Final Destination Bloodlines yesterday. Finally, holy shit, that movie is so good.
It was so good.
The movie is so good, man.
It was so fun. We laughed and clapped and joked to each other the whole movie. Like,
Yeah.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
Right? Yeah, there was man, like that was so fun to see it in theaters. Like you gotta see it's a must watch in theaters, I think.
It was so fun.
Because like, well, number one, you get all of that beautiful gore. But number two, like they utilize sets in a way that really employ your setting, you know, big ass screen, man. So like
Yeah.
you'll have shit that messes with you if like you feel like you're standing on top of a tower with the characters, or you feel like this impending doom like chasing you down with them. Like
Yeah.
it was so good. It was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we won't do any spoilers, Artsy. Promise.
Yeah, the only hard part was seeing Tony Todd the way he is. You know.
Yeah. And that's not giving anything away. He's in the trailer. He's so frail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that was really hard.
you know, I think they do give him a proper send off.
Oh,
it's
beautiful.
obviously a proper send off.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It was, you know, it was so good.
It was such a good scene. But
Yeah, I'm glad they did. I'm glad, you know, because a lot of people like they know, like, well, I mean, this is this motherfucker's last movie.
Yeah.
Like in a lot of these things, like hell, 3 from Hell, Rob Zombie's 3 from Hell with like Sid Haig is like a good example of that. You know, that's another recent.
Yeah.
It's like, man, they knew.
Yeah.
They knew, and they gave Tony Todd a moment to, like JK says, I feel like kind of like address the audience. Like they give him a bow out. And I thought that was just super sweet.
Sam
You
thinks
know.
so too.
Yeah.
No, it was. Like, it was, yeah. Yeah, the movie was made by people who clearly, like, love and respect him. You know what I mean? But, God, what a fun movie. How fun.
Yeah.
The movie was so fun. And all of the characters, all of the young people were so likable.
Mm-hmm.
There was, like, maybe one I didn't like, but
Yeah.
you didn't have to put up with her for long.
Artsy, I highly suggest seeing it while it's in theaters, so that way you can be, just engrossed by the film. Because, like I said, some of the effects and stuff like that, it does. The theatrical experience adds to that for sure. You know, like it's still going to be great when you eventually watch it. No, Sam. When you eventually watch it at home, it's still going to be great, but I do think seeing it in a theater will add to the impact. For sure. For fucking sure.
Well, and
dude,
it adds to the fun, right? Like, I mean, we're all movie fans. Like, it's so fun to go to go to the movies.
Yeah. Look at this. So JK says Tony Todd apparently came up with his last lines himself. I
remember
imagine,
you writing that, JK. Yeah,
Yeah. But man, it is so hard to watch somebody who, I was a little kid and watching Candyman. I was a little kid and I rented the Night of the Living Dead remake so many times. My grandpa, would go to the video store and what do you want? And I would pick, he was like, man, but you rented this last time. And I would keep renting it over and over, wanting to watch it again.
Yeah.
Till eventually he was like, we asked the owner if they would just sell me the movie.
Oh.
Yeah. My grandpa was like, I'll buy this for you if they'll, sell it to us. So we went and asked the owner and he did Very nice guy. Love that guy. And of course, Tony Todd plays the main character in that film, man. And it's so hard to watch someone that you grew up with, but was also like this,
larger than life,
this fucking titan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's like 6'8", and he wasn't jacked. He wasn't walking around like.
No, but he was a big man. He was not like a small man.
Yeah.
He was not lanky, I guess, if that's
right.
the right.
He wasn't fucking DJ Qual. You know what I'm saying? Like this, he, and then to see him like this, I mean, he looked like a 95-year-old elderly person in this movie, and to find out he died at 69.
It's heartbreaking on so many levels, like obviously first for him and his family, but for us as fans, like I feel like with his presence and his voice and you know what I mean, like God, it would have been so fun to watch him be the old wise man.
Yeah.
In movies.
The Morgan Freeman or
the Morgan Freeman, the like Christopher Lee, as he aged, like got all these really fantastic old man roles, you know what I mean? And it's like we deserved that with Tony Todd. Like I wanted to see him be the old wise man in movies, right? Like yeah.
Would have been great, man. I mean, it affected him so bad. He was in such bad shape, man. His voice didn't even sound the same.
No, it was very gravelly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very strained, obviously. Yeah.
It was horrible, man. So that's rough, but it was such a beautiful send off. It was such a beautiful send off.
It was.
Yeah. But we highly suggest Final Destination Bloodlines. Such a good movie.
Yeah.
It was a good movie, Anna.
Oh, it was so good. It was so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the best new one we've seen in a while, I think.
So, we got about 5 more minutes left in us. Anybody want to send some cues? We got some A's. Send them all over. Questions and answers, baby. I'm glad you don't like all the Hellraiser movies, Brian Perry. It's because you have exquisite taste. Have not watched the trailer for Alien Earth. What all trailers, everybody, was before Final Destination Bloodlines? Because I remember Bring Her Back.
We got Bring Her Back, which looks scary.
That looks scary. Like, we want to see that. We got the Black Phone 2.
We got the Black Phone 2, which does not look scary.
Megan 2.
We got Megan 2, which looks awful. Black Phone 2, I'm like, I kind of don't.
It's like one of those like haunted PTSD movies where,
I feel like they went like the grabber is now Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
And I'm not here for
Bring
it.
Her Back. Fantastic Four.
They did the Fantastic Four trailer, which looks fun.
Bring Her Back looks legitimately scary, though.
Was there another one? Bring Her Back does look scary.
Yeah, it seems like there was another one. I mean, I know there was 15 minutes of previews. Oh my God, Grassman, Jesus God.
Yeah, there was one more, wasn't there?
Seems like it.
Black Phone 2, Megan 2, Bring Her Back, and and that's it. I think that was it. Those 4.
Okay.
I keep forgetting Megan 2.
The Conjuring.
Oh, The Conjuring.
Yes.
Gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, JK.
There you go. That's right.
I guess that one didn't really stick with me.
So what did you all think? Did any of those movies stick out to you on those previews? Like, did any of those look good to y'all? I haven't heard anything about Bring Her Back, but it did. The trailer looked legit. It looked like the scariest trailer we saw for sure.
Yeah, it looks creepy. It's by the filmmakers who did Talk to Me, which we haven't seen, but we heard was really good.
Yeah, I think we started it a couple times and stopped. I think so. That's good, BP. You enjoy The Fifth Element.
I love The Fifth Element, man.
All Mila Jovovich has to offer you in that film, BP.
It's so good. I like that's Luc Besson, right?
I'm not sure.
The director. I like some of his other movies too. Have fun with Luc Besson.
Luc Besson.
Luc Besson.
We did not get a trailer for any movie called Weapons.
No, what's that? Tell me.
Tell us more, Penny.
Yeah. JK's stoked on the idea of Black One too. I hope it's good.
I
like,
hope so, because it takes place in the snow, and I'm a sucker for shit like that, but...
Yeah. Yeah, and then, like, for sure, like, I didn't like the trailer for Megan 2, but Steven did. He was like, I think that looks better than the first movie, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, there's like two, kind of, but at the same time, not. The first trailer I saw for it was bad. This one was the better trailer.
Okay.
Like they hit, like the one I saw for it, like she talked in catchphrases, it seemed like, and she did do that in this one, but it was better paced.
I feel like they might be leaning a little more heavily into the comedy aspects of it, which I can get behind. Yeah. Right? I think they should have gone there with the original. So maybe they figured that out, and that's where they're going with the second one, is like, this is funny. And if that's true, I might enjoy it. So.
Grassman over there, Resurrection County. Grassman, I can't trust you, buddy. You like mayonnaise a little bit too much for me, buddy.
Which is a movie with Josh Brolin and the director of
Barbarian? I think Weapons.
Oh. I like Josh Brolin. I hated Barbarian. So
Anna loved it. Listen to this. Mama, mama. Whatever. Y'all ruined that movie anyway.
It ruined itself. I'm sorry. That movie sucked.
No.
Like, hard. I'm taking a strong stance on Barbarian. The movie sucked.
Oh, you gonna act like this? You gonna act like this, Hannah?
I know.
Jeez.
I know.
Look at Grassman over there.
And he's doing the new Resident Evil. God damn it. Well.
Right, JK? That's because they have to hit the people who are going to pay for the tickets, man. So all the kids are going to want to see it, but they're trying to get like the adults a reason to go sit through it.
Yeah. Yep.
You know. But man. I don't know. Hell, it's probably going to be true soon. Jason Blum's probably going to fuck us over, create some kind of AI robot that just goes on a killing spree. Oh, I wouldn't put it past that son of a bitch. If he bought the Saw franchise, it is a dark ass day for us.
Yeah. So Pinhead said Weapons is a bunch of kids go missing one night and then they return all crazy, like Children of the Corn. Cool.
Sounds like
the kids.
It sounds like Artsy's life story.
Oh, it sounds like Artsy.
It sounds like Artsy right there, you know, because
she ran away from home but went to church.
That's what she said. That's what Artsy's. That's the story she tells, but nobody knows what really happened.
Good night, Jet Slow. Oh, and thank you again for the new members. Pinhead nailed it. Jason Blum is the AI robot.
Right. That son of a bitch. Oh, yeah, right, Artsy. Yeah, right. Come on now. Yeah, right.
No, but do you remember that movie where the kids all go crazy? Was it called The Kids? Or or The Children or something like that?
Maybe like The Children.
It was all in the snow.
Some shit like that. Yeah. And it had that weird uncle who was clearly attracted to his niece or something.
It was like a family reunion, right?
Yeah.
And like all the kids start killing their parents. And so that was good. That was fun.
It was only 3 minutes. Artsy, it was only 3 minutes to you, but you were actually missing 3 days. So whatever happened out there. I swear to God, dude, this cat. I swear.
He's a real problem. JK says 28 years later is going to be a freaking 3-movie trilogy.
Wait, what?
Who do they think they are? Peter Jackson?
Is that real? Like they're going to break that shit up into like 3 chapters?
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Brian Perry wants you to make a movie about all of us.
Well, Brian Perry, I want you to executive produce it.
There you go. Deal. Oh my gosh, JK says Blum even looks like a Data character. Yes.
He does.
Yes. So, do you
looks
know
like
Data?
Jason. Looks like Jason
No, it's
Blum
not a
would
Trekkie.
like get one rib removed so he can suck his own dick or something. Like, you know what I'm
That
saying?
too. That,
You know what I'm saying? Like that rumor that was going around in high school. You don't remember that shit? Like,
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
they got one rib removed. It's like, damn, it magically turns you into a contortionist.
right. Yeah. Yeah. DJ. Oh, did you read DGens that rumors are that Blumhouse wants both the directors who did the first movie to work on these movies? I bet he does.
I bet he
I bet he
does.
does want that. But he ain't got.
He ain't got it.
He ain't got that. He ain't got Marvel money or DC
right.
money. He ain't got James Wan money. He just doesn't.
Oh God, Nia.
And James Wan now directs for Disney.
Grassman does making the water cold. Does that make a difference? Because we do have the squirt bottle. It's just we are horrible about keeping it on hand,
We would literally have to carry it with us everywhere we go.
and we're gonna have to start.
Either that or we have to buy a bunch and put one in each room. That sounds more reasonable to me.
Yeah, we may have to do that because we had to take it out of the house the other day for something I filmed,
That's right.
so we forgot about it.
That's right. Artsy says James Wan does. Yeah. James Wan now makes superhero
yeah,
movies.
Yeah,
Like,
so
that's-
his asses.
He's moved on.
And it says Nia DaCosta is directing this 1-8-year sequel. She did the Candyman remake. Oh, Jesus God. A movie I won't even watch. That sucks. I do not want to see the Candyman remake. Okay, Grassman. So very specifically, we'll refrigerate the water bottle before we do streams.
And squirt him in the face.
Squirt him in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. Oh God, Pinhead, I refuse to watch it. That was the Blum. That was the Blum years when they were putting out like, I can't remember if Blum did Candyman, but I remember that was the years where you started getting like, I just remember that came out at like the same time as The Craft Legacy. And like they were like all these old movies were springing back up, and it's like, dude,
Yeah.
Black Christmas remake.
Yeah. Samuel Stokes says Candyman remake was trash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. They come up to you all lovey after about 7 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, Grassman. He does that already. If like he doesn't I feel like he doesn't listen really well when Steven gets mad. But I think if I get mad,
Like it hurts his feelings.
it hurts his feelings. Yeah. So he'll disappear for a couple of minutes and then come back all like,
Yeah. I think we need to suck it up and have Grassman come over during the streams and just that's his job. He's
and
security.
babysit.
He's security. We'll
Kitty
give him a
sit.
badge. You know, when Sammy gets out of line, Grassman takes care of it.
He wouldn't get out of line because he'd probably just be in Grassman's lap the whole time.
Probably. Grassman be feeding him some gnarly shit like potted meat mixed with mayonnaise. See, I told you it's good for it. Makes them grow strong. They love it. You know.
Ooh, Brian Perry's science fiction collection is now 21 films strong. I like it.
Right, BP.
I like it.
It's because you're a legend of the sport.
I'm a huge science fiction fan, so I dig it. I dig it. It's funny. In all of these like debates about AI and stuff, I'm seeing a lot of like the oldest the comments go are the Terminator. Freaks me out.
Oh, dude, we're cooked.
I'm like, I'm
cooked
so
on that
old. I'm
shit.
reaching
Like,
back. I'm like, how is that the oldest you can go? It's like we've been hearing about this since Terminator. I'm like, really?
Right. Oh, we're cooked. We're cooked. You know, dude, we're in some deep shit. Like, y'all are going to get on here, and JK's just he's been replaced by an AI moderator,
Never.
right?
Never.
We'll never know. AI took him over.
Oh, he's just going to take over. AI is just going to take over. And
Yeah,
we
we'll
won't have
never know.
JK
That's how they
anymore.
that's how
We won't
they
know.
infiltrate talk horror.
You know what? I don't think they understand feelings as well as JK does. That's how we'll know.
Right.
That's how we'll know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, he puts mayonnaise on their pads to keep them smooth. I bet you do.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, please, Sammy. Oh, man. That's horrible, man. Jordan Peele is producing the People Under the Stairs remake.
Hello, Hammerhead.
Sammy, man. You know what, dude? We need to just get together and watch the original and celebrate. The original's so damn good. I can't imagine what in the fuck. I won't watch it. I'm not about to watch a People Under the Stairs remake by Jordan with anything Jordan Peele. I don't give a fuck if Jordan Peele was the janitor on the set. I'm not watching it.
The original's so good. It's so good.
So good.
Yeah. Yeah. Pinhead is a fellow sci-fi fan. Love it.
That's right.
Love
That's
it.
right.
We should do some sci-fi movies every once in a while.
Yeah.
Not in here, just talk horror, but
Yeah.
We can be friends outside of talk horror.
That's right. That's right, damn it. All right, everybody. Now remember, this Thursday we got a stream. Next Friday, you get a bonus Friday the 13th stream. You have to be signed up to the Talk Horror newsletter. Link is in the description below for that to happen. That's where the link is going to go out. Other than that, it's going to be a private stream. Okay, you got to RSVP by being in the newsletter. So please make sure you have that ready, baby.
Oh, do we need to put it in there again?
Yeah, go ahead and put it in there. Go ahead and put it in there.
I
And
need to put it
and
in
it's
there.
free. It's free, and you get a ton of new Talk Horror content. I'm going to end up bringing the website back because JK is too good of a writer.
I know.
So we're going to have to give him a full-on blog.
Yeah, we were like, you want to write little things for the newsletter? And he's like, here's a whole blog.
Yeah, this is, yeah.
Done. We'll put it on the website.
I'm going to start doing it. JK, we're going to get you a login and everything. So that way, you can write as much as you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I might do it anyway, man, because, I'm tired of this new age shit. I miss the old Web 2.0 days.
Back in my day.
That's right. Well, there's Sammy being a problem again. This is second round being on the back of Anna's chair.
It's weird how sometimes he can be super cool and other times it's just like, nope.
Thank you, Pinhead. Pinhead loves the newsletter. Look at that. Look at that, baby. It's better.
Right? Isn't JK great?
Pinhead, let me ask you something. Is it better than Fangoria Magazine, the newsletter at this point? Let me ask you a question. I think it is.
What?
I know it is. The Talk Horror newsletter is better
Absolutely.
than a whole issue of Fangoria Magazine.
Thanks to JK. Grassman, you're already signed up, bro.
See? Look at that.
So if you haven't been seeing the newsletters in your inbox, Grassman, run a search from Talk Horror and see if they went into your junk folder or something. Because you're on there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh, God.
Dude, Sammy does what he wants. He's running things.
Yeah, he does run things. He kind of runs our life.
Yeah.
He definitely decides what time we wake up in the morning.
Right? Oh, my God, dude.
He has like 2 times of the day where he acts up. Other than that, he's rad.
Yeah.
Like all day.
Yeah.
And all night. Like he's rad.
He's cool. Reminds me a lot of like.
And then.
Yeah. Reminds me a lot of, like Ronald or something from Halloween H2O. He just walks around working on his romance novel, Total Sweetheart.
Yeah. Yeah, DGen, I know that you are signed up. So if you're not seeing them, please go into your email account, run a search, make sure it hasn't been junked.
Yeah.
Or put in some kind of folder. I know Gmail like splits your emails up into like your primary box, your social box, your update box. It'll definitely it's possible it'll go to the update box because it's an update. So yeah, and then save us as like a trusted sender or contact or whatever your email asks you to do because that's different per email. But yeah. Because it comes every Monday morning.
Every
Monday morning, you will have a new newsletter from us. So if you don't,
there's an issue.
Yeah.
Dude, the cast, man, they are brutal, dude. They'll attack.
They'll eat you.
All right, man. We're going to go get us something to eat. Speaking of eating. All right, horror fam. We love every single one of you. Samuel Stokes, I need to watch John Wick 4, actually.
Yeah,
I still need to catch up on that.
We're one movie behind on John Wick, which is insane. It's like such a weird thought. But yeah. But yes, we both want to see Ballerina.
Yeah. Abso-freaking-lutely. Yeah. All right, horror fam. Yeah. So we will see you all Monday for something fun.
Yeah. So have an awesome weekend, everybody.
Have a good one, everybody. I love every single one of you. And until next time, look horror.
Listen horror.
Talk horror, baby.
Not everybody.
Woo! Yeah.